Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, welcome back to the Baseball Head, and hopefully you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. Also, of course, follow me on Facebook account. It's going absolutely crazy today. Got so many people on there. But Mets won tonight 5-3 against the San Francisco Giants. Your host was not able to watch the game, but I did listen to the game on the radio. I do not have cable here. It got knocked out here. I got to get it looked at. And I'm very limited with of course, internet. But I'll try to get as many videos out to you as I can this week. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but I'll get it done. Also, if you follow me on Baseball Head 2, I have a major update on John Boy and his producer. And if you're familiar with that story, I got a doozy. Because what he said the other day is not... It's not the first time he said something crazy, this producer, just recently. He's done it before. So I have the receipts that this guy should be fired. It's escalated. The second time the other day, it's basically escalation. But anyway, the Mets won tonight. Kodai Senga started. He pitched okay. He pitched into the sixth inning. Gave up 3 runs. Gave 2 home runs to Matt Chapman. I didn't think Chapman was going to beat the Mets in the ninth inning. Diaz is a very tough assignment, and Chapman has struck out 200 times in a season, plenty of times. So he's not a guy that's not a good matchup for him. But the Met pitching was really good tonight. We got a chance to see Gregory Soto in the 7th inning. He pitched really well. There's a lot of mixing and matching that Mendy did in the 7th and 8th inning with the pitching. I'll get into the pitching. Hearing some rumors about who they're looking at. And of course, Diaz came into the 9th inning. It got a little hairy in the 9th inning, but Diaz always sort of wiggles his way out of it, and he did that again tonight. The Giants are just not a good team. I know they're going to be facing them again next week at Citi Field, but the Giants just not that good. They're a very strange constructed team. They have one big star in that team, but they don't have a position for him. And they're good defensively in some places, and they're terrible defensively in other places. Poorly put together. This is what you get when you get I don't want to say something negative about Buster Posey, but not a well-constructed team so far. Maybe another year or two, it'll get better. But be as it may. The big part of this lineup with the Mets tonight, the guys that did the most damage was the bottom of the lineup. Ronnie Mauricio obviously had a huge game. He had 4 hits in this game, a home run, a monster home run into McCovey Cove, and he had 2 doubles and a single. He had a very good game. The first 4-hit game of his career, and he is just a very impressive player. I think we all kind of know that he's very impressive. He's a very good defensive third baseman. He's just excellent, and can't get enough of him. And I would mention they're going to be some kind of move here with some of these guys, but we'll get into them momentarily. Of course, Juan Soto had a tremendous home run in this game. And to be honest with you, he's as impressive as it gets. 6 of his 8 seasons, he's hit 25 home runs or more. Somebody wrote to me on Facebook complaining about him, saying he doesn't hit with men on base. He's a terrible outfielder, can't run the bases, doesn't do anything right. And in fact, only had 1 good year. I guess the only year it counts with people like that is whenever he plays for the Yankees. But keep in mind, he has 25 home runs so far this year. I believe he's out in front of the pace that he had last year. And he had 41 home runs last year. And in the last 2 years, he's driven 109 runs 2 years in a row. So we'll see where he finishes with the RBIs. The RBIs are way behind. That's the one thing you can say about him. All his numbers are great except for his runs in scoring position and the RBI total. But I think that's going to come along in the last 8 weeks of the season. Now, the trading deadline is in a few days. I'll do my best to get videos out to you. I should have complete total internet back by Tuesday, hopefully, and be able to do plenty of videos for you. I'm going to be home all week to do all kinds of stuff here, not only on YouTube but on Facebook. And of course, there's a couple rumors. One rumor is that Mark Vientos was not in the lineup tonight. It was more than a rumor, that was a fact. He wasn't in the lineup tonight. There's all kind of rumors that he's probably going to get moved, that he's probably going to be traded. There's a lot of interest in him. I know the White Sox are very interested in him. And there's a lot of talk about Luis Robert Jr. Now you're going to ask, why would the Mets do this deal? Vientos had a big year last year. I like Vientos a lot, but he's rather limited in what he can do. His third place play has been a lot to be desired. Obviously, he's got no speed. He's primarily a first baseman in the future and a DH. And at 25 years old, 24 years old is very limited. Also, with the Mets, a log jam with the infield, with the other guys that are here, Mauricio, Cunha, Beatty, they have the ability to do multiple things. They have the ability to play really well at multiple positions. And Vientos doesn't have that. Now, Vientos did have a big season last year, but he is falling on his face this year. And a lot of it's he kind of I think his head got a little too big for his britches. And this last off season, in my opinion, could be wrong, but that's how I kind of saw it. Especially when he was like taking bows at Madison Square Garden, watching the Rangers and the Knicks all the time. But that's one rumor we heard today. And then there was another player that was put out there, and that's Ryan Helsley of the St. Louis Cardinals. The Mets are interested in him, but they've not talked to the Cardinals yet. The Cardinals are on the bubble. They're 2 games over 500, as I believe, or maybe around that, around there or something like that. So they're on the bubble as to what they want to do. There's plenty of teams ahead of them in the race in the Central. The 3 teams ahead of them, Brewers, the Cubs, and the Reds are ahead of them, just in their own division. So they're pretty far behind, in the wild card as well. So they are kind of on the bubble. But that's kind of where we are at now, right now. Now, the center field we've heard, like I said, is Luis Robert Jr. He has hit lefties, and the Mets need help with guys that can hit left-handed pitching. And they've not done a good job of that at all this year. So that's something the Mets are going to have to address. There needs to be improvement. I really would like to see an everyday center fielder here. I'm not totally sold on Luis Robert Jr., but we'll see. He's going to get moved, I believe. The White Sox are going to move him. The White Sox made a trade today. They traded the immortal Eric Feed to the Braves, the scum-sucking Braves. Boy, the Braves, they've fallen. They have completely fallen, and it's wonderful to watch. But I'll get you other trade rumors on this channel. And, of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. We'll have plenty of stuff here. God willing, I'll be able to get the internet back pretty quickly. And I'll see you later. Have a good day, and let's go Mets.